Hello everyone, this is EB the Sponge Reviewer here, and welcome back to another week of episode reviews of the Patrick Star Show. And today I'm here to give you guys my review on the new episode, The Little Patscals. And this episode was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty decent, and it actually was a really fun time. So in this episode of the Patrick Star Show, Grandpat tells Patrick his childhood story about him. Well, it's basically his story about his childhood when he finds out that Patrick was watching TV, and he basically wants to tell him a story about his childhood. And once he was actually in part of a gang known as the Keltbait Kids, or the Keltbait Gang, or whatever you want to call them. And the gang members consisted of Grandpat. There was like a Mrs. Puff character in the episode. There was a female Squidward lookalike. You also had Mrs. Wait, did I already say Mrs. Puff? Well. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, there's Mrs. Puff, Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs, and a female Squidward lookalike, and another character who uses a hula hoop by the name of Hoops. And so basically, Patrick goes back in time into the time period of Grandpat telling the story, and it basically interferes with the future. So basically, while Grandpat is telling the story, Patrick is basically in the past, back in 1927, of where the story is taking place, where the Keltbait Kids were playing a game of can kicking. It was like they're like kicking a can around, and when Patrick kicked the can, it accidentally landed in Old Man Jenkins' house, and so the Keltbait Kids, along with Patrick, has to go inside of Old Man Jenkins' house to get back the can. And this is where the episode gets interesting, where we get to see the gang trying to get back their can. And so, yeah, so that's basically what the whole episode is about. I won't spoil anything else about it. But yeah, this episode also had another unique art style. It actually went back to the old school 1920s art style. They actually did this in the opening of House Hunting, but that was in color. But in this episode, it was actually in black and white, very similar to Squid Noir. And yeah, it was actually a really fun visual style. But overall, that is my review on The Little Patscals. Sorry if my review was a little bit weird. I was trying to get my train of thoughts, but yeah, I reviewed it the best I can, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Alright, so that is my review, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another new episode. So goodbye, everyone.